Hello. This video is to basically talk about the upcoming videos, but also to kind of mention the fact that online right now there's not many video on a B2620. There's lots of video on the BX25 by several people, and a lot of them by Paul Short. If any of you have seen Paul's video, you know what I'm talking about. He's very descriptive on how he does his mods, shows a lot of stuff and good ideas, which I took some ideas from him. One of the idea I took from him was the side light. Obviously my bumper slash side light are not like his, because the B series has a different frame and they just don't fit the same. Now, also, I would like to talk about on all the upcoming video, which I'll break down every single mods I've made for this tractor. What I'll try to do, since I notice in a lot of videos, people don't talk about where they get the stuff from, how they actually fabricate certain things. I'll try to get in very specific details about these things myself here, because I find that it's helpful to know where to get some of this stuff, because some of my stuff I found was very hard to get by. For instance, material that I use for the tractor, obviously metal, wiring, LED lights. Got a lot of my stuff, LED lights, I've got some from Amazon. I've got these front bumper ones from Princess Auto. Now this particular model I have on the tractor has been discontinued, but they still have square ones. The LED light in my bar were from Amazon, so as the backlight and also those little strobe light on top. This all came from Amazon. I also bought from Amazon some plugs, waterproof stuff. I bought all my switches from Amazon. Again, clean stuff. If you watch for the specials and stuff, like they're not too bad. Basically, I also got all the metals. I'm from Canada, close to London, Ontario. Every single piece of metals that I bought to do my mods, to do the box here, to do the bumper, even my hooks and stuff. I've got all the metals from Metal Supermarket on Oxford Street. The guys there is very hard. Excuse me. The guys there are very easy to deal with. Pete is one of the guys I talk to most of the time. They'll cut you stuff. It's not too expensive, and especially when you need smaller piece to finish something, it's very easy to get it there. Princess Auto is where I've got most of the wiring stuff. I've got all my wires, basically like these here, the colors and stuff. I got the plugs, the connectors, the tape, all that stuff at Princess Auto is very easy to get. The other things that I got when I was doing my switch box here, which has some pretty intricate wiring in there. Now, in order to waterproof everything, I wanted to make sure that I had good stuff. So, the terminal blocks, and the terminal blocks, which is the red and the black, and I've got a basically a ground bar. This stuff I had to get from the States. For some reason I couldn't find anywhere in Canada that I had this specific look or kind of size I needed, and I ended up getting these from Terminal Supply Corporation in the US through their website. Now, I was a little ticked off at this because when I got delivery of this stuff, somehow I had to go through a brokerage firm, blah blah blah. $90 order ended up costing me almost $160 in the end, which I wasn't happy at all with. And I don't know anywhere in Canada where some of this stuff is available. So if you have any idea, let me know, because I had a hard time finding it. I am getting more contacts about this stuff, and I'll, disclose those in the videos that are specific to the wiring. The other thing I wanted to talk about, this particular box, what I did with it is, as you can see, it's all molded plastic and stuff. I designed these, and I don't know if any of you are familiar with SketchUp, but everything I've designed on the tractor, I actually designed in SketchUp, and I send this design to Parker Plastic in London, which molded or fabricated this box for me. It cost me about $110 for the box, which I was very happy with. They cut the holes for the switch, which I was able to put the plastic box that you can buy on Amazon. Also, they pre-cut some stuff for my strobe light settings, and they made little kind of hinges, flaps for weatherproofing it. They cut the hole for a horn. Again, they put a pretty heavy duty hinge at the top so I can open it when I need to. So I was pretty happy with the box, the way it turned out. And John, I think, is the guy there that I dealt with. No, Glenn Jones. Very easy to deal with again. So this video is again to talk about mainly about where I'm getting some of the stuff. I will break down each and every one mods starting on the next video with the front bumper, and I will explain the reasoning why I built it that way. Because in this case here, I'll touch base a little bit. The front bumper, as you see, my loader's up, and the front bumper was extremely hard to fit, and to avoid any collision with my side panels, my front bumper or front grill, my actual bumper here that I wanted to leave on. The actual loader, as it come down, I will show that in the next video, that there's very little clearance. Everything was made, as you can see on the side here. I've got about a 1/2 inch clearance to the side panel on each side. So not a whole lot of clearance, and there's not a whole lot of clearance up front either. I just had to come up with a design, which in my very first video, if you look back on the video, the very first one, it says, I think number 1, was, I'm showing kind of a plastic unit that I fabricated to sort of get my angles and how this was going to fit on there, without having to fabricate something in steel and cutting it and having to cut and re-weld. There was a lot of trial and error doing all of my mods, and I will touch base on that too. When I first started doing this, I had no welding experience whatsoever, which made it a little difficult to come up with certain things, because I'm not a welder. I do stuff in wood a lot. Steel these are all my first project. The bumper, my bracket here on the side, all my brackets on the ROPS and the ROPS light mount. All of these are basically made on the fly, learn and adjust, basically, which I might be able to save you guys times by telling you how I came up with the way it's built and why it's built that way. What I also tried to do on the B2620, the frame itself comes with a lot of holes that, sometimes I think they're drilled in for weight management. Sometimes they're drilling for other attachment. It might be able to be on the tractor for later, but I didn't get. I don't know. But like, for example, this particular bracket here, there's a hole, a 3/4 hole, almost an inch hole on each side of the tractor here at the same spot, and I used that single hole with a a fairly heavy duty bolt to hold on to this whole bracket here. As you can see, it's got a lot of kind of twisted frame stuff that I come up with, and I also have basically a little bolt that hook on this little bracket to prevent it from going back and forth, because it was only held on one bolt. So this is holding it to the front, and it prevents it from rocking. And then the way I build this bracket also allows me to take the loader off without this having to be dismantled, which I didn't want to, obviously. Having to take this apart every time I want to take my loader off. Another little things I'll touch on. These loader are obviously manufactured as on an assembly line. So that is why, like, if you look at the pin and for that, when you take the loader off, they're on the same side. They're both on, looking at this way, they're both on the left. So what happened is I had to create another pin here on the right, because when this was on the left and pinned to this little thing here, as I put the loader down, it would interfere with my the side of my new lights. Again, it's one of the things that I didn't really notice until kind of the end. So I had to adjust for that. So basically, that's it for this video, because I don't want to make it too long. But the